Palagi akong tinatanong, no, bakit ang naging passion mo is persons with disabilities? It has always been a question in my mind also. Looking back, naisip ko, dahil siguro lumaki ako sa isang bahay where I live with persons with disabilities without knowing that they have disabilities. Siguro it just rubbed on me na kung ang isang tao na may kapansanan, mabigyan ng proper environment, proper support, proper motivation to do what he can do. Para bang yung other abilities mo ma-highlight o ma-heighten, you can readily be integrated in the community, you can readily pursue your dream. I'm Dr. Josephine Bundoc. I'm the head of the Prosthetics and Orthotics Clinic of the Department of Rehabilitation Medicine, UER and Memorial Medical Center. I remember my childhood was a very happy one. Palagi kami magkakasama ng aming pamilya. We were raised na independent. I had a brother and a sister who were blind. It just rubbed on us that we had to take care of them without them actually asking, no, for us to take care of my brothers and sister. Kasi I remember my father who was blind, siya yung nagtitimpla ng gatas ko when I was still being bottle-fed. He was the one who also bathed me in the morning. And when he walks in the house, kabisado niya yung bahay eh. Actually, hindi niya kailangan ng alalay. And we had this staircase, mga 14 steps yon. And I distinctly remember, kinakarga pa niya ako to climb up and down the stairs. So it was a very memorable childhood, such that even my blind sister and my blind brother, lumaki silang parang kami din. They went to the regular school, they did what every sighted child does, and ang level of expectation sa kanila is the same. Wala sa plano ko na maging doktor. In fact, ang gusto ko maging teacher eh. When I got into college, baka talaga siguro fate dahil I took up a pre-med course. It's a BS Psychology. So naturally, ang track na kukunin ko is to go into medicine. And then when I finished medicine, I had to take a specialty and I really wanted to become a family physician. Pero again, by stroke of fate, nung nagtanong ako in PGH, I was told that magsasara na yung program. There was a new residency training program at that time, which was rehabilitation medicine. So sabi nila, baka you might want to go into rehabilitation medicine. My direction was about assistive technology because one, the change is very dramatic. Meron kang isang PWD na putol ang paa. Pag binigyan mo na siya ng prosthesis na tama, maglalakad na siya, makakapag-aral na siya, makakapagtrabaho na siya. It's so life-changing and it readily allows inclusion sa community. But how can they access this with cost, with our topography, with very expensive raw materials? We have no manufacturing, no? Yun yung mga barriers that we had to encounter. I was very lucky that Physicians for Peace took up the cudgels for this challenge. Physicians for Peace is a non-governmental organization. Its motto is, teach one, heal many. That's why the thrust that we had also is training. Because if you train one, he will also be able to train more. So it's a training of trainers. We were initially supported by Physicians for Peace in the US, and we were doing missions. In fact, napunta na namin ng Batanes, which is the northern tip, and we've gone down as far as Tawi-Tawi, sa pinakadulo. Kaya lang we realized after 5 years of doing the mission, nagkaroon na rin ng donor fatigue. Kasi bigay lang kami ng bigay, bigay lang kami ng bigay. We were very lucky dahil a certain researcher of Asian Institute of Management decided to do an audit of the Physicians for Peace program. Ang tawag namin sa program na to is Walking Free. The Walking Free is a program which actually means you walk free from your disability by being provided prostheses. Walking free through all walks of life, meaning it is accessible to both the low-income Filipinos. And at the end of the study or the research that he did, ang kanyang conclusion was, the walking-free program will not survive, it will not be sustainable unless saluhin ng gobyerno, unless government will pay for the devices. Honestly, when we were doing the walking-free programs, we never wanted to involve government kasi ayaw naman namin ito ma-politicize. Kaya lang with the result of the research, we had no choice, no? So naisipan namin yung PhilHealth. Kailangan magkaroon ng package wherein government will pay for these devices. It was actually a paradigm shift. We had to tell them na ganito ang disability, but if we provide this, yung DIS ability mo magiging THIS ability. Okay, so they will become enabled, they become empowered. The first package that we developed was for the Beloni. Alam mo ba kung gaano katagal yun bago nagawa? It took 6 years before it became implemented. A very big hurdle for us. Pero kaya namin nagawa yun, not because of me, not because of Physicians for Peace, pero dahil kasama namin sa paggawa nun ang mga persons with disabilities. And all throughout this journey, ang palagi kumakalampag sa DOH, sa PhilHealth, are our persons with disabilities. Kaya nga, if people ask me, ano ba ang pinakamahalagang recognition na natanggap ko? I always tell them, it's the Presidential Award of Apolinario Mabini, primarily because the group that nominated me was a persons with disability group. So para sa akin, it was an affirmation na tama pala itong ginagawa ko. I realized that for us to really push for something, for an advocacy, kailangan kasama mo kung sino yung mga taong involved, which was the persons with disabilities. We go to the area, ini-evaluate namin yung mga putol ang paa, we cast, and then we go back to PGH. We plan the walking free into 3 phases. The first one is getting to know what is the existing capacity that we have. The second part is innovation. The third part is sustainability. Instead of central fabrication na lang in PGH, nag-develop kami ng satellite centers. So we had a satellite center in Mindanao, which is based in Zamboanga. We have a satellite center in the Visayas, which is based in the Panay Island. And then we have a satellite center in Pampanga. It made our service more efficient because we no longer have to always bring to PGH the cost that we measured during mission. Likewise also, if there's a need for repair, doon na lang gagawin. So yun yung naging innovation adaptation namin. For sustainability, ang goal namin was to develop professionals. Kasi during the entire 6-7 years we'll be doing walking free, lahat ng prosthetic orthotic technicians who were doing it, learned it by seeing one and doing one. There was really no science in the fabrication such that we really encounter a lot of problems in terms of the fit. So sabi namin, we really need to have professional training of prosthetics and orthotics. So doon pumasok yung aming grand idea na kailangan magkaroon tayo ng school dito. So, ang ginawa ng Physicians for Peace was they sent me to a conference abroad. And I sought out, together with my husband, we sought out the president of the International Society of Prosthetics and Orthotics. Kinausap namin siya, and again, siguro talagang natataon na, we were able to talk with Cambodia Trust, which is an organization, it's an NGO, which funds schools for prosthetics and orthotics. The rest is history. Nagkaroon na ng school dito sa Pilipinas. This is the Philippine School of Prosthetics and Orthotics. And it actually made us very secure about the third phase ng Walking Free program, which was sustainability. Primarily because if we are able to graduate professionally trained prosthetists and orthotists, we will have good prostheses, we can work on research for local materials, and this will bring down the cost. And we will be able to field out prosthetists and orthotists in the entire country such that accessibility to the device will no longer be a problem. So it was really essential and critical for us, and we are very glad that we were able to do it, to have a school. It is the first school of prosthetics and orthotics in the country. We felt that for us to be able to fulfill our role also as Filipinos and to show our gratitude to our soldiers who have fought in Marawi, in Mindanao particularly, we have provided prosthesis for them also. We have heard their stories how one of them was actually going to an area of conflict and they hit a mine. He was knocked out of his consciousness, and when he awoke, wala na yung kamay niya. They're very young. They're 25, 26, and their only desire is for them to have a prosthesis. Actually, gusto pa nilang bumalik at lumaban eh. And yung iba naman, ang sabi nila na gusto rin nilang makatayo, makalakad. And a lot of them would also like to be prosthetists. Sabi ko nga sa kanila, alam mo, maganda kung matuto din kayong gumawa. Because kami, we cannot go to areas of conflict. So as soldiers, probably you can no longer be active in your duty, but you can be a prosthetist, orthotist in these areas of conflict. They should look at their other abilities. Huwag tayong basta mawawalan ng pag-asa because hindi tayo makarinig, hindi tayo makakita, wala tayong paa, wala tayong kamay. Tingnan natin kung ano pa yung natitirang kakayahan natin. And then, this is what we work on. The kind of satisfaction I give is when this person, na nabigyan namin ng paa, ng kamay, bumabalik at may dalang another person who would need it. That is really what is very fulfilling and very satisfying. Yung bang they pay it forward. Siguro ang biggest reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is because na-challenge ako ng aking father particularly. Kasi ang father ko was blind, no? Ang tatay ko kasi gumagawa siya ng fishing boats, trawlers. So parang sabi na, paano nakakagawa ang bulag ng fishing trawlers? My father was also fixing car engines. Merely by touching the engine, tapos pinapakinggan niya. No? Masyado akong na-inspire sa kanya. Ang aking dalawang kapatid din, right now, yung brother and sister ko, we set up a resource center for the blind in our hometown. And this resource center provides assistive technology for low vision and blind para makapag-aral sila. There is an equipment that converts reading material into audio. Ang pinapangarap ko kasi tumatanda na rin ako, I cannot be forever doing this, is for them to be empowered. Just like my father, in-empower niya yung dalawa kong kapatid. Kasi wala na siya ngayon, but my brother and my sister are still very independent. And in fact, kasi nga, the disease that we have in the family is hereditary. Yung sister ko blind has a daughter who has low vision. Pero alam mo, kakukuha niya lang ng bar exam. Gusto ko ganito rin ang mangyari sa mga persons with disabilities. They have somebody to look back into, somebody to be inspired in, para ma-pay forward din nila sa kanilang mga kasamahan, itong skill na to, itong talent na to, so that these people who are with disability can also become empowered and enabled.
Tingin po ng ibang tao na kapag na-disable ka na, parang wala ka ng silbi sa buhay. Parang diyan ka na lang sa sulok, wala ka nang magagawa, hindi ka na makakatulong. Huwag po ganun tingin po nila sa katulad po namin. Dahil di naman po lahat ganun po. Hindi habang buhay, ganun na lang sila. Kahit na ganito tayo, meron pa rin tayong silbi sa buhay. makakatulong pa rin tayo sa ibang tao. Ako po si Ariel Zinampan, 37 years old, nagtatrabaho dito sa UERM Medical Center. January 31, 2004. Bali po na accident po ako sa tulay. Umuulan po siya tumatawid lang po ako. Yung tulay na tinawiran ko po, wala po siyang harang. Kalsada lang po siya na padiretso po. Madulas po yung daanan po, kaya po nahulog. Kaya nung nahulog po ako, nagkaroon po ako ng broken knee. Ngayon po, nung dinala po ako sa ospital, ginamot naman po ako doon, ginasikaso, hindi po ganong nalinis yung tuhod ko. Ngayon po, nagkaroon po ako ng wound infection sa tuhod. Namaga siya ng gusto dahil sa wound infection. Gumapang po yung infection sa hita ko po. So ngayon, bali nag-decide yung doktor na putulin na lang kasi medyo lumala na kasi yung yung wound infection niya. Hindi ko po matanggap na mapuputol yung paa ko kasi unang-una po kapag nangyari po yun, pag naputol yung paa ko, una-una ko pong iniisip yung magiging buhay ko, kung paano makapagtrabaho ulit. Salesman po ako ng isang kumpanya, mga tsokolate po. Nagdadrive din po ako ng mga delivery truck po nila. Una po, mahirap pong tanggapin pero tinanggap ko na lang po dahil po kapag di po pinutol yung paa ko, ayun po yung magiging cost ng baka mamatay po ako, sabi po ng doktor. Kaya nung naputol yung paa ko, medyo na-depress po ako noon. Taon po ako na hindi lumabas sa bahay kasi hindi ko po matanggap yung nangyari po sa akin. May time din po na parang gusto ko na rin pong magpakamatay dahil parang tingin ko sarili ko, wala na po akong silbi sa yung buhay ko, wala na rin pong silbi dahil po nagkaganito na po ako. One time po, nagbabasa po ako ng magazine po. Nakita ko po na mayroong gumagawa pala ng mga prosthetic na legs. Nakita ko po sa PGH po. Nag-decide po ako at yung magulang ko na pumunta po doon para pagawan po ako ng prosthetic legs po. Tapos nung pumunta na po ako doon, yun po, nagpagawa po kami. Tapos nakilala ko po si Dr. Josephine Bundoc. Tinulungan po nila ako, nagkaroon po ako ng prosthetic legs po. Akala ko nung una, pag kinabitan ka na ng prosthetic legs, makakalakad ka kaagad. Pero meron po palang mga po yun na kailangan po na i-therapy po kayo, turuan po kayo maglakad. Para pag yung ginamit nyo na siya, mababalance nyo na yung sarili nyo. Kasi yung una po nung ginamit ko po yun, tendency po na nadadapa po ako, na tutumba po ako, hindi pa po ako sanay. Yun po, nung tinerapi na po nila ako, natuto na po ako maglakad natuto na ako maglakad gamit yung prosthetic legs ko po. Bali po, yan nga po, yung nagkaroon na po ng prosthetic legs. Bali, nakilala ko na po si Dr. Josephine Bundoc. Kinausap niya po ako kung gusto ko pa raw po magkaroon ng trabaho. Sabi ko, opo. Tapos sinabi niya po sa akin, kinausap niya ako. Sa UERM na itatayo, meron pong course na yung gumagawa po ng mga paa. First course po siya sa UERM. Tinulungan niya po akong rito, mag-apply dito, trabaho. Ako po yung unang-unang naging po dito. Prosthetic and Orthotics technician. Tinuruan po nila akong mag-fabricate ng mga prosthetic hanggang sa natuto po akong gumawa ng mga prosthetic. Tsaka orthotics yun po. Hanggang po ngayon, nagtatrabaho pa ako dito sa UERM po. Dati po kasi, hindi pa ako na-aksidente nun. Lahat po nagagawa ko normal na buhay, makapagtrabaho ng normal, mga sports, basketball, nagagawa ko. Pero nung putol na po yung paa ko, malayo na po yung naging buhay ko. Pero nung nakabitan po ulit ako ng prosthetic legs, yun po, nakapagtrabaho po ulit ako ng normal. Nakipag-socialize na rin sa ibang tao, hindi na nahihiya, hindi katulad dati. Nagkaroon na ulit ako ng confidence sa sarili ko. Ang masasabi ko lang, kahit na ganito kami, mga disabled, meron din po kaming kayang gawin na hindi kayang gawin ng mga able na tao. Ang trabaho ko ngayon, prosthetic orthotics technician. Nakatulong na rin po ako sa mga tao na katulad ko po. Magkaroon din mo sila ng panibagong buhay para magawa rin nila yung mga gagawa nila dati sa tulong po ng prosthetics po.